To make a crochet rectangle with any measurements, you just need to make a simple calculation. Let's call A the length of the rectangle and B the width, that is the shorter side. To find the measure of the foundation, simply subtract the desired width from the desired length. Therefore, the final measurement is A minus B. In the first case, for example, if I want a rectangle of 30 centimeters long and 10 centimeters wide, the result is 20. Therefore, I need a starting length of 20 centimeters in the center. In the second example, here for instance, I want a length of 50 centimeters and a width of 45 centimeters. I subtract 5 centimeters. This will be the length of the starting chain. Next, for the last example, let's say I want a length of 120 centimeters and a width of 30 centimeters. I subtract then 90 centimeters. So the center will be 90 centimeters. And of course, like in a granny square, we crochet in rounds around the center. Now let's get crocheting. I'm going to make a rectangle of 20 centimeters by 10 centimeters. 20 minus 10 equal 10. So I'm going to start with a 10 centimeters foundation chain. I'm going to chain 3 at a time to end up with a number that's a multiple of 3 because I want to use a granny stitch pattern. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And of course, we check if we've reached the length. It's a little short, so I'll add one more 3. 1, 2, 3. Even without knowing the exact number, I know it's a multiple of 3. When I have the right length, I make another chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn and skip the last 3 stitches. And we work double crochets starting from the 4th stitch. And double crochet across, 1 double crochet in each stitch. In the last stitch, in the same stitch as the last double crochet, add a half double crochet. So this will be the center of the rectangle. And now we are going to crochet in rounds around that center. Start with a chain 3. That counts as the first double crochet. Then add 2 double crochets in the half double crochet space. And so we have a group of 3 double crochets. This will be the first side. Then chain 2 to change sides. So here we'll make another group of 3 double crochets in the same space. Then skip 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and we'll make another group of 3 double crochets in the space right here between 2 adjacent double crochets. And we repeat, skip 3 double crochets and make a group of 3 double crochets in the space between 2 consecutive double crochets. At the end, skip 3 double crochets and make the group of 3 double crochets in the 3 chain space at the very beginning of the row below. And that's the last group of 3 double crochets along the first length of the rectangle. We chain 2 and we're going to make the group of 3 double crochets along the width, just like here. So in the same space, we make a group of 3 double crochets, and we finish the width. We chain 2 and move to the second length. Width, length of the rectangle. So the very first space is always the same space, which is right here. So this is the first group. And we continue. Skip 3 double crochets and make the group in the space between the posts of the double crochets, not through the stitches. And as you can see, the spaces form on their own as we crochet between the double crochets posts. And we continue to return to the beginning of the round. Finally, the last group of 3 double crochets on the second length, the fourth side, is in the same space as the very first ones. There we go, we have all the groups needed to make the first 4 sides. And we close the round with a half double crochet at the top of the 3 chain stitches at the very beginning of the round. We finished the first 4-sided round. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add a new color. The principle is the same. Chain 3 to begin the round, then 2 double crochets in the space below the half double crochet, that is the first space. And we have our first group of 3 double crochets. Second group of 3 double crochets in the next space. This is also a corner space. And there, we've already finished the first side. Then chain 2 to change sides. We always start in the same space. So the corner space is shared between 2 sides that touch it. This space forms the angle between the first and second sides. So common to these 2 sides, we have the last group of 3 double crochets of the first side and the first group of 3 double crochets of the second side. And we continue. I think at this point you understand how it works. I arrive at the last space of the second side. I make my group of 3 double crochets in the corner space. It's the space with 2 chains, remember? I change sides, chain 2, and the first group of 3 double crochets on this side is in the same space as the very last group of the previous side. We continue until the last space. There we go. I arrive at the end of the third side. Chain 2, and we go for the fourth and final side. And of course, the last group of 3 double crochets is in the same space as the very first one, because it's a corner space. So I'm going to make another color change. So I start my half double crochet, but I don't finish it. I change color at that point. Chain 3 for the first double crochet. And continue with the next 2 double crochets. and so on. Add as many rounds as needed until you reach the desired size. I have here a rectangle of 20 centimeters by 9 and a bit. Voila! You can make as many sides as you want at each end. For example, for the octagonal jacket, you just need to make 3 short sides and 2 long sides. I will let you watch my tutorials for more details. This rectangle is also used in the octagonal shirt pattern. You can check that out too in my tutorials. See you in the next video.